Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
911, what's your emergency, please?
I killed my daddy!
North on Sheridan, 10-4 and 20.
Hey daddy, it's baby girl coming here to visit you once again. I've been trying to stay strong for Jada. She misses you like crazy. I wish you could meet my kids and husband and see the woman I have become. I love you and hope I'm making you proud. Love, baby girl.
Hey daddy, it's Jada, but I go by Jada Boo. I wish you could have met the person I've grown up to be. All the things I do and done is because of you. I wish you could have met the love of my life. I miss you so much, and even though I never seen you, I swear you're my best friend. This documentary is helping me get to know who you was as a person. I love you.
Okay, you guys, as you can see, we are here at our daddy grave site. He was buried here in New Bern, Tennessee.
This is where we come talk to him. I mean, man, this is where the famous SleepGotti is buried.
Look at that face, y'all. I'm purr.
This face still look good. It don't look like he don't age or nothing. Look at the head. Good and shiny.
Yep. This is a majority of our family is buried out here. Of course, here's our cousin Marmar. Everybody remember Marmar? Terrence. We love and miss both of them. Most definitely. Yeah, it was so turned out here that day. I mean, it was Moet out here being pulled up for him. That was his favorite drink. Like,
It was
crazy, y'all. It was crazy. And I was young, you know, when he passed away. I was only 6, like I said, but
it's not what you remember.
yeah, it's hard to remember. Like, every now and then I might catch like if somebody bring up a story, I might remember. But I don't know if it was like a mental block I made myself have, or if I just honestly don't remember. Because I mean, I feel like some people remember
trauma
when they was 6 years old, but
Let me
I
tell you,
don't remember nothing.
trauma can make you block out stuff and you don't even know you did it.
So on today's documentary, we are getting some stories from one of my daddy's very close friends and his cousin that he grew up with and was very close with. He goes by the name of George Coleman. They call him Tweety Bird, and Kevin Kirk. What they thought about him. Let's get straight to the video.
My name is George Coleman. They call me Tweety Bird. And me and Gotti, Sleepy, was really good friends.
Okay, what kind of impact did he have on your life?
Well, seeing him growing up as a child, we was all kids, but I'm older than Sleepy, so I was probably about 5 or 6 years older than him. So how old he is? How old he be now?
45?
45.
Yeah, I'm 52, so I was 7 years older than him.
Yeah.
So seeing him growing as a youngster, coming up in the game, that kind of inspired me because he was a hustler. I seen the hustle in him, so I was like, this little young right here gonna get some money.
Right. Okay, what comes to your mind when you hear the name SleepGotti?
Money.
Everybody say. Okay, tell your favorite memory about him.
I got a lot of them. When we used to, me and Brandon Kincaid stayed in a trailer over there off of Thomas Street. And Sleepy used to come by there every morning. I think Brandon had moved out there. Me and Connie was staying at the time. Sleepy used to come by there every morning, and we would drink them half-fifths of Jack Daniels and throw them in the yard in a pile over there on Thomas Street. We just sit back there and do what we was doing and get drunk in the morning time. Then we'd go home and go to sleep and we'd get back up and do the same thing all over again. But I was young at the time too though. Yeah. I was probably about 23, 24, Sleepy probably a teenager. He was a teenager.
Yeah. From what you know, how young was my daddy when you first heard about him, like, doing what he do?
Shit, Sleepy probably about 15, 16 maybe.
Yeah, is that what they said?
About 14, 15 years
What
old.
questions you got there?
So
was you-
Just
so
the way
was you-
y'all was talking, you know, just
So you was around when my mama was pregnant with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what type of, like, how did my daddy, was he happy that he was about to have a child?
Oh yeah, he loved Jazz. Jazz was his first child, besides Keith.
Yeah,
You know, like Tamara. So,
right.
So he was happy about that. Real happy. I mean, you was pregnant. She was pregnant with you.
Yeah, she was 8 months pregnant whenever when my daddy got killed.
Right.
Yep. What question, brother? You got another little story you want to tell?
Yeah, I tell this. I used to drink Remy Martin a lot back in the day. We've been drinking this shit. So I used to tell him that I quit drinking it. I said, man, that shit put me in critical, man. I can't drink that shit no more. I said, you'll see. So about a month later, he pulled up on me. He said, man, you were right, man. That shit put me in critical. He want to drink Remy and Moet.
Yeah.
He chasing it. The next morning, shit, you through. It's over with. All day long, you sick behind drinking Remy and goddamn Moet. But man, we did a lot of stuff, man.
You remember the first kind of car my daddy had?
I think it was that Camaro.
Yeah. So what kind of relationship did you see that, like, my mom and my daddy had?
yeah, describe their relationship.
Yeah.
Man.
What they call it, Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right.
Man, look at it, was so right. It was off and on. They were fighting. Tamara was trying to be controlling, then Sleepy wanted to be controlling. So it was just their egos was. Then you know you got people in the background running their mouth about
Right.
this, that, and the other. So you know they was young.
Yeah.
And they was growing as kids themselves, you know,
Yeah.
like we all was, you know. Right. So in that era, it was a good era. It was just, man, it was sad that, you know, that the life was took for
Right.
no reason.
Right.
That's what I'm really fucked up about. I mean, he ain't do nothing to no motherfucker.
Yeah.
What made him more realer than the other little cats back then?
Well, Sleepy was gonna get his. You know, he wasn't gonna do. Well, I'm gonna say this. He learned the streets, and he kind of like perfected it. He wasn't gonna tell on nobody, and he was just the type that he gonna get his own. You know, he wasn't looking for no handouts or nothing like that. If he had to go out there and do what he gotta do, he gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, but he wasn't no bad dude. He could never say he was a bad person because he'd give you the shirt off his back.
About the night.
I mean, he said, do you want to mention anything? You ain't got to go in detail, but how did you hear about the news of my daddy passing? If you don't want to talk about it, I understand.
Well, you know, we was together that whole day.
Yeah.
And we supposed to be going to the strip club that night to prepare. That's what we do on Sundays. So we was going to meet down up at the American Legion and leave from there and go to Memphis. We was going to stay all night in Memphis and come back the next day. But I just got a call from meeting, supposed to be meeting him down there. He dressed so, he take him all day to get dressed, so I didn't think nothing about it.
Yeah.
That something had went on or happened to him. But somebody come in the American Legion and told me that he had got shot up there. And it just was a sad night.
Yeah. It was.
All right, everybody know me. If you don't know me, my name is Kevin Kirk. Number one, Kirk drinking, Kirk stinking. That's what I do. You know, me and Sleep grew up. We ended up moving to Memphis, and I'm coming back in '93. And when me and Sleep became real close, and you know, he was my dude. You know, he was my little cousin. He was more like a brother, cause we were so close. I was with him every day for like 3 or 4 years, just almost every day. Everybody won't say what's my fondest memory of Sleep. You know, it's so many fond memories of Sleep. A lot of it was when he got that black Cadillac. I think Jazz was 3. And he always had Jazz in the car with him. In the back seat, in the little car seat. We drove to Jackson. This motherfucker about This bitch about $500 worth of clothes. I was like, God damn, buy me some. I'm joking, but he ended up buying me about $200 worth. I said, Jazz, what's up? We did it, Jazz. We got his ass. We got his ass, Jazz. Jazz, I don't think she can even talk. But anyway, but sleep with my best friend, and it's so many fond memories of sleep. SleepGotti, Jimmy, and a lot of people, probably 90% of people in Dyersburg don't even know his name was James. Right. His name was James. But SleepGotti, he go by so many. But it was just me and him all the time, and he always took care of everybody. And he took care of a lot of people in Dyersburg. And a lot of people forget about that. And a lot of people forgot about that. But I really talked about him. But one of my favorite movies is It's a Wonderful Life. They play it every Christmas, Thanksgiving. It's a Wonderful Life. And it's, more of the story was in A Wonderful Life is, what would the world be like if I wasn't born? And then the angel granted his wish. So you ain't born. All hell broke loose. And that reminds me of Sleep, because after Sleep died, nobody realized how much he had an effect on Dyersburg and the East Side. He changed, at his death, he changed so many people's lives. Even my life, people had to start go working. People light bills need to be paid. People rent had to be paid. And Sleep took care of all that shit. Whenever I needed him, he was there for me all the time. So the whole Dyersburg had to wake up. And it probably took everybody about a year to say, damn, Sleep dead. Put the big boy panties on, you know what I'm saying? And handle your business, because Sleep ain't here no more. And it took a while for people to realize that shit. And I really like talking about it because the day of his death, which I kind of blame myself for 10 years. It's kind of messed me up in life. But the day he died, his tragic death, and a lot of people don't know, Sleep was on a bowling team. It was me, Sleep, Jaws, and Toot Dog. Everybody know Toot Dog. Toot Dog and Jaws, they went to the Tennessee Titans game. So we couldn't bowl that Sunday. Steve come to my house, we still bowling. Nah. Toot and Jaws, they going to Nashville. So he come to my house, I'm like, shit, I'm not going bowling. We can't do shit. So he said, all right then. Well, come to me over the door to the house. I need Dorothy to sign some papers for Keiston. He gonna open a bank account, some bank account for Keiston and Jada. I said, man, I'm not trying to go over the door to the house. When you get done, come back over this house, and we go to Applebee's. I said, all right. He said, all right, I'll be back in a minute. So a couple hours went past, I'm like, I guess he got into something. Then about 4 hours later, Tamara called me. Saying Sleep was dead. I'm like, what? I said, he just asked me to go with him. Which kind of messed me up, because I'm like, what if I had to go with him? Sleep always kept a gun in the car. So I always in the car every time we go somewhere, I always in the car. So I might would have seen Jewel come up with a motherfucker would have shot me, then alerted everybody in the house. Somebody not in the house, somebody outside shooting. Never know how the scenario would have played out. I think about this shit. I thought about shit for 10 years. I ended up getting rid of my son. I left my job, moved out of town. I'm like, did I get Sleep killed? Because I didn't want to go over. I didn't want to ride with him. That haunted me for 10 years. And the tragic part about it is, 4 five lives was damaged that day. You know, Sleep. Even Lakeisha traumatized. You know. You know, his auntie jumped over on his ass to save him. You know, what kind of person is that? What kind of gangster that is? That's straight gangster. When you can jump on a person and say, I'm not gonna let you die, I'm gonna die. That's gangster. And the crazy part about it is, I know who he loved. He most definitely loved Tamara. And he most definitely loved Jada. Period. I know this for a fact. I'll give you one instance. Me, Sleep, and Sandy went to Nashville to a Janet Jackson concert. It was at the Velvet Rope concert. You know how long ago that's been? We got a suite at the Doubletree. Swimming pool about 5 feet from the door. Now I done brought in about 10 females off the street. We walked to the hotel from the arena to the hotel about 2 or 3 blocks. So we said we're gonna walk. So we're going through the street. I'm pulling the bitch out the street, out the car. Come to, we got a room. Come up. He tried to call Tamara. I'm like, nigga.
Right.
You ever had about 3 coming up, and then some dudes coming up? It was gonna be a party. He started calling Tamara. Called about 8, 9 times. I was like, Lord, it ain't finna be nice. I'm always thinking in my head. All of a sudden, he snapped at, we leaving. I said, what? We leaving? But he driving. So I'm like, we ain't finna be straight in Nashville. So me and Sandy like, nigga, we gotta go. I said, nigga, I got folks in Nashville. I stay, goddamn, you know. I said, fuck, we ain't gonna let him drive back by himself. We left Nashville going about 120. All the way. I think we got to Dyersburg in about an hour from Nashville. Got to the damn trailer. Tamara in the bed with Jasmine and Rex. I said, you silly motherfucker. Everybody sleep. He said, oh, damn, they sleep. That's why he can't answer the phone. I'm like, nigga, take me home. Nigga, take me home. That was crazy.
That's true.
And that's how crazy it was. That's how crazy he was about Tamara. He loved him Tamara. He really,
Yeah, he did.
he loved him Tamara.
We fell out behind Tamara.
And it was crazy, but that's my dude. And he's more than a cousin to me. He's my brother. He's my brother. Actually, the picture y'all got with him like this, I sold him that ring.
You didn't.
Then the next week he took a picture. I was like, nigga, you gonna take a picture with my ring on? He said, nigga, you say you wanted 300. I said, nigga, I want it back. Now you posing with my, nigga, I don't want the real damn ring back. I don't want the ring back.
The famous.
That pose.
Yeah.
You know that ring you got like that? With the ball hit? That's it.
Him and his brother ended up getting into it. Because Sleepy wasn't getting no work.
Yeah.
So Sleepy got mad at me because I gave him some work. That's how me and Quarterman got tight.
Yeah.
Because I gave him some and helped him get on. And he was like, man, Jim ain't fucking with me. And that's when his grandmama stayed over on Hard Road. And we was staying in the trailer across the street on Hard Road. I was staying in the trailer, man, Tamika was staying in that trailer right there. And he knocked on the door and I was in there doing some chemist. And he got
Quarterback, I ain't been doing all this shit, man. Take me downtown, motherfucker. So he took me downtown and did me a breath analyzer. 1 sip of Jack, I popped 1.6. 1 sip. It was fresh. It was fresh. Yeah. I said, ain't this a bitch? Man, I called Sleep. I said, man. He said, where you at? I said, man, I'm in jail. They got me for DUI. He started laughing. He called Baltimore. Baltimore was down there about 5 minutes. I said, they said, you got the uniform, you go. I said, bitch, I'm out this motherfucker in 5 minutes, ho. I just called Sleep. I said, I just called Sleep. I'm gonna sit the fuck down. Wait for the motherfucker to come get me up out this motherfucker. So by the time I sat down, Baltimore was at the goddamn door, said, let him out. I went to jail 10 minutes. Called Sleep, nigga, I'm in jail. I'm on my way. That's how Sleep was. He took care of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You take care of him, he gonna take care of you. But that was crazy. That's another funny part. I called it and I said, nigga, I'm in jail.
Did he ever go to jail?
He went to jail a couple times.
He went to jail a couple times. Not too long.
Right.
Like, he ain't never go to no prison. Like, he probably did what.
Did some county.
Yeah.
Did down in Memphis. They had him down in Memphis.
Couple, yeah, he wasn't. He did no shit.
We don't know long time. But
Nah.
if he, I don't know. We would have been still living. We might have woke up. We probably all caught fed cases.
Man,
Yeah, he-
nowadays, he
Man.
Look.
Oh
My
yeah.
mama said he had put on that wig.
Yeah.
He was running from the.
Man, I tell you what. Between even as the police, the two coldest motherfuckers in Dyersburg was Sleepy and Quartermain. The police could not catch them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They would chase them niggas all over town. They running. Can't catch them. And they're like, we know where you live at. And like, well, shit, you better give me the house, motherfucker. You better give me that. They chase niggas all over town. Couldn't catch them. They be zigzagging like a motherfucker.
You remember see he had that bicycle before he had a car? Like he was selling dope off that bicycle.
That's before I came down. I ain't come down 93.
He was young and riding bicycle, selling rock.
My mama said the reason why my daddy said he started selling dope is because one year for Christmas, all he got was a pair of socks. And he told my mama and them, he said, I said from that day forward, he wasn't never going back. He said he started selling dope.
One time,
Man.
Connie,
But I tell you what.
he fell off. Lost it
I was finna tell you,
all.
but I-
Oh yeah, he fell a couple times.
I said he sat on that block in the same clothes for
3 days.
and came back up.
Yeah, he fell a couple times. But he knew so many people in Memphis though.
It was easy to come up back then.
Yeah, he used to come back
It was a
up.
hustle.
Right.
You know.
He knew so many people in Memphis. You know, he had the chain in Memphis, but it's easy to come back up.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah, back then, because I remember one time, I don't know if probably you sent shit on camera, but he had me selling motherfucking crack in Monterey House. For one night, I'm so goddamn drunk. Niggas knocking on the window. I'm in Monterey House in the car. I'm like, all right, what up, nigga? What up, nigga? Give me the money, nigga. Crack the window down, nigga. All right, nigga. End up making a nigga about $600 in about 3 hours. Drunk. He come knocking on the window about 2:30. I was like, nigga, do you ever sleep? You got my money. I said, how much I supposed to be giving you? Man, you give me 300. I said, all right, cool, I got 6. I said, nigga, I'm selling crack. I made $300. That'll give your motherfucking ass $300. I could get 10 years. I just made $300 from that. I'm in the wrong line of work. Then that week, I started working. I said, I ain't gonna sell crack no more. I stopped selling crack. I said, nigga, this ain't for me.
You play too much, Karen.
I said, it ain't for me.
He told me.
Took half my money. I ain't made but 6, nigga took 3. I'm doing.
Well, you owe me shit.
Yeah, I owed him. I said, damn, can I get 2 niggas get some shit? I'm trying to come up too, nigga. Shit, you don't need the money. You don't knock on my goddamn door, nigga. You just gave me the goddamn crack.
This one made. This one really
Shit,
made.
boy, I said, you motherfucker.
This what really made him get his grind on when he just come up. I was in the state. I was finna agree to come home. It was 97. I got out in May of 97. He had fell off. I called home one day and I talked to him. Jane and them was standing in the trailer over there. I think your mama or your grandmama was standing over there too. And he fell off while I was locked up. So when I talked to him on the phone, he said, man, you wouldn't believe this shit. He said, man, I'm fucked up. He said, but I'm gonna come back up and all these niggas out here that feel like wanna laugh and sniggle and grin at me. He said, I got that motherfucker laugh. I said, I already know. I'm in the jail now. When I get out probably about 6 months after that. He coming up, he ain't all the way up here, but he had that blue Bonneville. Remember that little light blue Bonneville he had?
That was early, yeah. He ain't had that long though.
No.
I seen the picture.
But see, I think about back in the day, and you probably, well, you locked up, but you still know. And if they had that's why I say tailor-made. I say tailor made all the time. That we had tailor made in Dyersburg, and man, they could have made that shit come together. Cause you know you had Sleep, you had JP, you had Mittaboo, my brother, you had Chucky Jonah, cousin. I'm like, y'all could have made that shit work. Like, y'all was straight Gotti up in this bitch. That was the four coldest niggas in Dyersburg. Did nobody get nothing in Dyersburg? You had to go do one of them four. Chucky was big time, Milk big time, JP big time, Sleep big time. Everybody trying to knock them off. That's why Joel was so jealous. There was a whole bunch of niggas in Dyersburg was jealous because they wanted to be tailor made. But you can't be tailor made, nigga. You ain't no goddamn tailor. You know what I'm saying? You can't be tailor made. You ain't no tailor, nigga.
Why was it my daddy? Why he was jealous towards him if everybody else was getting it too?
But the other thing about it was everybody was getting a little bit. Everybody getting crumbs. Them niggas getting nigga. You go to Memphis about 4 or 5 keys. They come going to Memphis getting the keys and bring it back to Dyersburg and sell these niggas crumbs. See what I'm saying? The average nigga can go to Memphis and get 4 or 5 keys. Nigga, we don't know you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go through this nigga. We all family. That's why everybody wanted the plug. Everybody wanted what they wanted what Taylor made had. Am I lying though?
At the beginning, they had some mean ass plug. That's how your brother got it.
That's how we go to Memphis. Everybody, them 4 niggas I just said had a plug in Memphis. Everybody in Dyersburg wanted that plug. In order to get that plug, you gotta take this nigga out. Now this nigga ain't in the picture. Now you won't talk to me.
Then what's so bad about these niggas around here knew it.
Yeah. And think about it, we was at the Legion the day before that. Me and Sleep was at the Legion.
The one time when you came up and you fell off. 6 months later, what happened?
Oh, he was coming. He was grinding. He was coming.
Oh yeah, he stayed grinding.
Cause me and him, I'm fresh out of jail too.
He stayed grinding.
I'm on my grind, so we grinding together, and we seeing each other come up. We really coming up together, and he really coming into being growing up as a man. You know what I'm saying? You can see it, the growth from me doing them 3 years I did and coming home. I seen a difference. I seen him growing, and I liked it there because he was still before I went to jail. It was the early '90s, so he was a child. So he was doing a lot of stuff the kid, you know, that a adolescent would do at that age. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding then him and your mama going through this and that. And it was just a lot of shit that he just had the experience to be the man that he was growing up to be. Right. And when he got killed, he was man, that man was a shit crazy. Shit crazy.
My mama said
he came to his own by that time.
Yeah, he was coming to. I seen it because I'm older than him, so
right.
I could tell.
You was before we started the video talking about that beauty thing.
Yeah, the beauty supply store you had for Jada.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's over there at the Lima Ingram.
Where
Lima Ingram.
where old Kroger used to be.
Right.
The Papa Old Kroger.
Yeah.
It's a church now.
Yeah.
It's a
Beauty. It was Wendy shop, but I
Right.
don't think she there no more.
Right.
Yeah, I remember he opened that store. I used to go there all the time. He never give me shit for free. I go there all the time. I said,
They be family.
I said, one for a family of motherfucker. I said, man, come on, man.
What did you need for your
I didn't want, I don't know, just greedy. Can I get this shirt, bro? Oh, nigga, I gotta make my money.
Between the thing that me and him had was he had his plug and I had my plug. So we weren't competing.
Yeah.
We just getting money. There's so much money out here to get. We never was on a competing era. Right. We just like to see a real motherfucker get some money. And that's just how we was. That's how we clicked like we did. Even over the years as us being friends and we had our little differences, this and that and the other, but we come back together and still was able to be better friends than we were when we was growing. Sometimes we do shit we don't supposed to do when we young and we make mistakes that we make. That's just a part of life. So when you grow up, you learn. You do better. You know better. You try to do better. Right. So he was trying to do better. He was trying to make a life for y'all and make sure everything was good with y'all. And we talked about this all the time. We be riding, drinking. I tried to give him smoke some weed sometimes. He was hitting it.
No, he wasn't on weed.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna smoke no weed.
He wasn't smoke no weed.
Nigga, I'm drinking this women.
Yeah, he wasn't smoking no weed.
But we had some good times, man. A lot of good times. A lot of people don't know that, but they forgot. Well, a lot of people done forgot. And I told some people this the other day. I said, if something went on in the 90s, I know about it because I was around there.
Yeah.
Even though I went to jail in the 90s twice, but I didn't do that much. I did, in the 90s, I probably did about 3.5 years of the 90s in jail. The rest of them, I was out.
Yeah.
So I know what went on around here in the 90s. The 2000s, I can't tell you 'cause I was gone all them years. But in the 90s, I know about it.
Yeah.
But you can tell differences on the east side. I see it all the time. Even this many years later, you know, when he was around, you know, the east side was just prosperous. It's just all people walking around all the time. You know, everybody all over the place. The east side, I don't even like going on that motherfucker no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Though that's why I said earlier. You know, the difference one person can make is a motherfucker. And people don't recognize that shit. One person can really, really make a difference in so many people's lives. And because after he got killed, everything changed. The whole east side changed. The people's mentality changed. It was just crazy. And you seeing the outcome of it right now. This many years later, east side is like a shambles.
You seen the outcome of the drugs too, that really kind of fucked the neighborhood up too.
Yeah.
So we played a part in that shit.
Yeah, played a part. Yeah, that's another thing
That's,
too.
you know, that's kind of, it's sad, but it's a part of history.
It's part of life.
Our daddy close with Valor back then? Yeah.
Yeah, he took care of mom. Make sure Valor went straight. He really took care of the whole family.
He took care of everybody.
I know he took care of my
everybody.
family.
He
And like
took
my
care of
mama's
everybody.
side, like my mama and them side, they love my daddy.
That's what I was saying. I mean, when, because I was there every day with this nigga, and he took care of when I say he took care of everybody, nigga, he took care of everybody. Nobody had to worry about their motherfucking rent. Nobody had to worry about getting kicked out of their house. You know what? Your water getting cut off. Your light getting cut
You
off.
got the money to be able to do that for people. You can't always do that for people.
But he did it for the family. He did it for your family.
Yeah.
He did your mama's family. I know he did it for your mama's family directly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He did it for his family. He always took care of his family, and he took care of your family, your mama's family. You know what I'm saying? That was on point.
Right.
They ain't never had to want for shit. Never. If you need it, you finna get it.
Right.
Sleep. Hey man, you know, shit. Rent look tight. Oh, wow, man.
Let me ask you this. How would he be if he was still here today? Would you think?
I know probably, I would hope out the game.
Yeah.
Oh, he probably have a business. He probably have a business.
We be rich.
He have a business. He have a business by now.
Cause we was on our way.
Yeah.
I already know that. He always started to talk that other business, you know, that clothing store and stuff.
So we finna start.
Yeah, he gonna have something.
We'd already talked to the dude in the mall and everything. We was finna do that.
It's crazy. My mama said she remember when she was pregnant with my sister, and she said my daddy asked for her to have another baby. They playing Jada Boo. And she said my daddy was like, Tamara, I ain't gonna be there when you had that baby. And she was like, she said, you know, I got an attitude because I thought he was saying like he was gonna leave me. She said, what the fuck you mean he ain't gonna be here, Slade? What the fuck you mean he ain't gonna be here? You don't ask me to have this baby. And he was like, nah, Tamara. He's like, chill out. He was like, I ain't saying it like that. He said, for some reason, I just got a feeling I ain't gonna be there. And she was like, it's crazy because he wasn't there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he is. You know, some
He
people
felt-
say you can know when your time will come.
He felt it.
And then my uncle just told me today, he said he remembered right before my daddy died, he kept saying he wanted to get out the game. But he was like, it's hard. You know, it's hard to get out, especially when it's all you know. You know, he was
No, it's hard to get out the game because you
the money.
Yeah, the money.
Right.
You making thousands a day. It's hard to say I quit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I would never. If I'm making $2,000 or $3,000 today, then I give me a job, make $400
Right.
for the week.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm going back, nigga. Fuck this shit. I'm going to give me a dope.
But you know, back in the 90s, y'all probably didn't have as many snitches. Nowadays, these people
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care.
So many people doing the same thing.
Right.
Y'all had people, they ain't had all the
They had phones.
social media.
Oh, we had them big
Social
phones.
media.
We had them big phones. We had no social media. We had no Facebook and all that shit.
It's a picture of him, and he had one of them big phones
Yeah.
in his hand. He was laying on the couch, and he had the little button up, and that nigga was fresh.
Oh, he
He
stayed
had
fresh.
the glasses on, he had that little back phone sitting in his hand.
We are here where I grew up at. Of course, there's nothing here no more because a tree fell on our house some years ago. which caused us to lose it. So that's how we end up moving to where I'm gonna show y'all the next house.
You gotta tell them who.
But this is basically where I grew up. My mama, my brother, and my daddy. Jada was still in the belly. But so this was like our little kitchen part right here. And this end down here was like where my mom and them room was. My room was like down this way, and my brother's room was down here too. But and you know, as a little kid, I grew up here and played over here at Bruce.
This is Bruce for people who don't know.
Bruce Community Center. But yeah, this is where I grew up at, you guys. This is where, you know, my daddy lived majority of his years before he was called to glory.
I remember the picture him and Rex took right there by the truck.
Yeah, we was getting ready to go to T. Rhonda and them wedding.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I was standing like this, with my dress on, trying to get the sun out. But yeah, y'all just come along with me. I'm gonna show y'all the next destination on where we lived at for a little while. What's up, y'all? Okay, so we here at the next location. This is actually where my sister, Rex, my mama, this is where we really grew up the remainder of the time. We stayed here for like 10 years. This is the house that my daddy bought. Cash money, okay? Cash money. But yeah, this is where we grew up.
Tell them about that.
After the funeral, y'all, this street, this whole street, there, all the way down to there. I mean, it was lit. Like, I wish y'all could see the video. Man, I wish I could find that video. I mean, everybody out here was just showing so much love. Like, people went to jail. If I'm mistaken, I believe Jaws went to jail. So many people went to jail, y'all, like, because it was just lit. Like, we just had a good time after the funeral. And I probably wouldn't even remember it if I hadn't seen the video, but yeah, it was good vibes for the most part.
That was your room.
Yep.
That room right there was Jazz's room. That was Rick's room.
Was Rick's. And
Me and Jazz shared a room. I slept everywhere. And yep, man, it's a lot of memories in that house, man. Okay, say your name and who was he to you?
I am Lee Taylor, and me and Jimmy are first cousins. Our daddies are brothers.
Who was Sleepy to you, or what type of impact did he have on your life?
As a big cousin, he was everything. Lots of fun to be around. The clown of the whole scene. Portrayed himself as the king of everything, and he did a good job with doing that. Always a joy for him to come around. Glad to be around. He was the highlight of my daddy life.
How was he to his family? Like, was he a family man?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He loved to do family things, very family oriented. Business was separate from his family. Loved to dress his kids, even if he dressed his daughter like a little boy. You know, he did. He loved to dress up. Nice looking, fashion was important to him. I remember some little Buster Browns he had. You know, anybody would laugh at somebody probably for wearing them, but always business casual was his attire, like every day.
What type of impact did he have on your life?
Just really, he was the epitome of what family should be, like glue. Sometimes you have family members that you just pass by each other and y'all speak and say hi. Then you have a family member that they have the ability without even trying to bring everybody together.
Okay. When you hear SleepGotti, what comes to mind?
What comes to mind? The king, the mastermind, the one to go to, the problem solver, the one to make you laugh. Yep.
What is something you heard him say a lot?
He stuttered with everything, but I think the was the carry over because he was finna get ready to take off then. When he start his that was gonna be his takeoff.
If he was still here, what type of person do you think he'll be today?
He would be a fun old man. I think that he would probably have the house that everybody could go to. Family reunions wouldn't be a problem. Family reunions wouldn't be a once a year thing. It would be a regular get together for him.
Okay, tell your favorite memory, favorite story.
Oh my gosh. It could be so many of them. Just really just him and moments with my daddy and their conversating and conversing. One thing he brought up, some things was gonna go down and go along, and he was like, well, I said I ain't gonna do it. I got a plan, and you ain't gonna listen to my plan, then I just ain't gonna do it. And really, that's almost like boss shit. Can I say boss shit? Yeah. That's almost like boss shit. He portrayed himself as being a boss. He was a boss. And really, I think that's something that I carried with myself that I learned from him. From that point on, that's like an admiration that I have of him for the way he carried himself as being a boss.
Anything else you want to say?
Yes, I want to say we are so glad that he left you with us. I remember that I think that made me be really close to you, especially when you were a baby. Talking about Jada, our JJ boo. Because, it was all exciting. When we lost him, then it was just like an excitement to wait for your arrival. Sad, but very exciting to wait for your arrival. And you was so much like him until it was just like, wow, we appreciate it. And then the biggest thing of all, when I had my last son, I said I'm gonna name him King. He's gonna be King of the Taylor Gang because it's five kids. But even more than that, Jimmy always would call himself the King. And then my son King was born on his birthday. Yes, so they really talking about April 21st.
Yeah. He looked just like my daddy.
Yes, he looked just like him, especially when he was born. I used to put their pictures side to side and compare them because I was like, just wow. Sometimes when people pass that it seems like you can never get over that. You always just look for a piece of something to hold on to that reminds you of them. So I'm glad to say that I was blessed to have some things that will put me in, a constant remembrance of him. Yep. Just Taylor Gang strong.
I'm Vincent Taylor. I'm the nephew of Sleepy. I'm his brother's son, the second oldest.
All right, what comes to mind when you hear the name SleepGotti?
What comes to my mind when I hear the name? Legendary bankroll is just money, motivation.
What type of person you think he'd be if he was still alive?
What type of person I think he'll be? He'll be more of a businessman, like shooting tide now. You know what I'm saying? Legendary, but like still that same nigga.
If you could say anything to him or ask him, what would you say?
I would just ask him, man, I would ask him a tremendous amount of questions to where he'll probably want to leave.
Okay.
It's not a lot.
You weren't of age, but when you was of age, how did the story affect you just from hearing?
It just, it affects me a lot. Just, it shows me a ways of how you got this money shit of how you really don't know how a person feel about you. Like, no matter what the situation is, but when you get money, bro, people take it farther than what it is, and just like I just know how I feel to be hated.
Everybody say you the Sleepy, so how do it feel that people think you what he was?
Man, to be honest, I don't think I'm half of what he was. I'm working on myself to, be better, but he the legend. His name hold weight. But you know what I'm saying? With him just being my uncle, I feel like I got big shoes to fill without even just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it, but it's just running in my genes. Like, hustling. Like, I feel like I got so much more to fulfill to be legendary, but I don't feel like I'm half with him. He's amazing. I've heard a lot of things about him. Great thing.
Anything you just want to say about him? Anything?
Man, I really think about him all the time. Even though I didn't get to meet him, I feel like I did. And it's like I always pray and talk to him. I even cry like when I think about it. Just still to this day. Just like what type of person he was. And I just really, really, really wanted to meet my uncle. I don't know, he inspired me a lot. I want to be just like him. Peace SleepGotti.
My name is Jaws. Everything else is understood.
When you hear the name SleepGotti, what comes to mind?
Living legend.
What type of person was he?
I'll tell you one thing, he wasn't no snitch. Shit, I know that. Shit, yeah, he wasn't no snitch. 100, down to earth.
Do you want to talk about the night?
Nah,
No. How was he to his family?
He treated his family good.
What's your favorite memory?
Hell, when we used to go turtle hunting and shit like that right there, crawdad hunting and playing hide and go get and all that. Yeah.
Was that with Dana Janine?
Yeah, her too. Yeah, hide and go get. Yeah. Yeah, we do, I'm telling you, me and Sleepy, like, when they first got back down here from Hawaii, or wherever Hank and Miss Valley they came from, they was in the project down there and stuff. We clicked in. Yeah, we clicked in. So every day we used to be with each other. He ain't gonna do no fight, no. He gonna hit you and run, goddamn, with a hammer or some shit. Yeah. I'm telling you,
he ain't gonna fight nobody.
He ain't gonna fight, but he hit you in the head with a hammer. Get on down, goddamn it, yeah. And I don't blame him.
Right.
But that was my nigga, I'm telling you. With all the stories I told you, how ain't go get and crawdad hunting and hustle together. We did everything together. Me and Sleepy did. Everything.
Go to the mall, steal on swatches.
All that. We stole together. Shit, man. We did everything together. It won't be another Sleepy, I'm telling you. It won't.
That was the first thing.
I'm telling you.
He lived life like it was like he already had been here before. Yeah.
I'm telling you, look, so I've been around Sleepy. I was around Sleepy like we grew up together. I'm telling you from here. I'm 45 now. Sleepy probably been turning 46. I was there when he got it, when Victor shot him with the BB gun in the eye and all that on First Street. Yeah, all that. I was around all that. When he had a motorcycle wreck, thought he was goddamn it, damn, what's that motherfucking motorcycle wreck? Evil Knievel and shit. Fucked the hip up, and I've been around all that. We used to go to Titans game. We used to do everything together. But he ain't trust everybody though, I'm telling you. If you from the east side, Sleepy wanna really gonna fuck with you. I'm telling you. That's why I am today, right now.
Right.
You ain't from the east side, I ain't fucking with you.
I know that's right.
You gotta know you.
All right.
I ain't through. I'm like Kirk. I done got started now. Yeah, I ain't through.
I don't want to talk about it. Oh, did you go to jail the day of my daddy's funeral?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier on camera.
Yeah,
How big it was
yeah.
that day after the funeral?
Oh yeah, me and Saul, we rented about like 2 limos and a couple cases of Moed, a couple cases of Remy, and we acted goddamn fool.
Y'all did.
For his birthday, everybody, about 20 of us went to jail that day.
Dang. He will put away like a
Yeah. We fought the police and everything on his birthday.
Hey man, they thought it was gonna be a ride that day, man.
You gotta ask me one more question, but Sleepy was my motherfucking dog. Shit, I miss him.
I know he was crazy about you though.
Sure
That was
was.
they all said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put his building
I used to tell Sleep all the time, Jazz gonna have a big old forehead.
Just like him?
Yeah.
Hell, just like him. Jada
And she still do. No, she ain't get none of that.
No, she a straight up nigga. Hell.
Yeah, boy.
That's who she remind me of.
Yeah. But Jada Boo, you had a good ass daddy. I hate Sleepy gone. It just, the good go too early. I don't know what to say.
And they be hard-headed motherfuckers I had to live forever.
Man, what you say?
But that's our story with me and Sleepy. We grew up together and all that right there. You can't tell me nothing about him cause me, him, JP, Lamar, shit. Who?
They mentioned Tukey earlier.
Oh, Tukey, yeah, that's my nigga right there. That's my little brother right there. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, cause me and him and Tukey supposed to went to the Titans game and all that before that shit happened.
Yeah.
But he bagged out. And but it is what it is.
Right.
God bless my nigga soul.
Yeah. Not your slave name, bro. Not your slave name.
Not my slave name. My name's Slick.
I know.
Dyersburg Slick.
Yeah, we already know.
Romeo.
Stop.
Sleepy's called Romeo too.
I know.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, what's your favorite memory about him?
Man, it's a bunch of them.
Talk to the camera.
Ah, okay. One to come to mind, my favorite memory is when we had got a junkie car. And the little white Z what he had. Okay.
Go.
Okay. The little white Z he had, we was coming down the street in the junkie car kind of fast. And we barely missed, you know what I'm saying, turn his car up. We hit the bump, the back end of it, running in the bushes. You know, that was one. And man, the man did so much. You know what I'm saying? Even when we was about 12, 13, he stayed doing some stuff. Yeah. Yep. But you know, like I said, one of the first things was, you know what I'm saying, he was booming the yards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like James Jr. was, you know what I'm saying, back then. And all right, I'm ready.
Okay, when you hear the name SleepGotti, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Jazz, Rex, Jada Boo, Keyston.
Yeah.
Yep.
What type of person was he like to everybody?
Man, it just depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Yep, because he dealt with everybody different. You know what I'm saying? And I think he played the game of life at an early age.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he spoke a lot of stuff into existence. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, what? I'm gonna leave that part out. Go ahead.
Do you want to talk about the night?
Nah, cause you know, I really was in prison then.
Okay.
Yep.
Time I bump that boosie,